Good morning, dear hearts. We're on lesson 48. Please subscribe. There's nothing to fear, so please subscribe. Today's lesson says that it states a fact. It simply states a fact. We have many lessons within this course that simply state a fact. Now, just because it's a fact does not necessarily mean we're going to believe in it, but whether or not we believe in it, that doesn't affect the truth of it. Today, this is a true statement. There is nothing to fear. In the very beginning of the course, in the introduction, it said the opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. So love is all-encompassing, love is real, and fear is not. So there's nothing to fear. There isn't fear, truthfully. Fear's acronym is false evidence appearing real. It appears to be real, but it's false. The lesson says the idea for today simply states a fact, but it's not a fact to those who believe in illusions. Fear and illusions go together. Fear and the ego go together. Illusions and the ego go together. If I'm believing in illusions, and they are not facts, but if I am believing in illusions, I am believing that fear is possible. And I might be believing that love is not. In truth, there's nothing to fear. It's very easy to recognize this, but it's very difficult to recognize it for those who want illusions to be true. If I want illusions to be true. One of my favorite lines in the supplement of the course, Psychotherapy, is that most people don't want to be healed. They just want a better illusion. And if I want illusions to be real and illusions to be true, I'm just going to keep seeking for the one that I like better. But what will be in that illusion, as is in every illusion, will be fear. But again, it's not real. It might seem to be. It is not. The practice scene for today is very short practice periods, but very simple and very, very often. As many times as you can remember, repeat, there is nothing to fear. You look around your world as you see it seemingly outside of yourself, and there's nothing to fear. But at least once today, if not more, at least once, get quiet, close your eyes, sink into the thoughts in your mind, and find those thoughts that are disturbing, that seem to be harboring fear around them. And look at them and tell yourself, this thought, there's nothing to fear in it. The lesson yesterday began with what I described as a zinger. We've got another one today, and it's very much related. Yesterday's zinger was, if you are trusting in your own strength, you have every reason to be apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. I think Buster went by. Today's zinger is, the presence of fear is a sure sign that you are trusting in your own strength. I have the strength of God to trust in. God is the strength in which I trust. I can trust in that rather than in my own strength, because if I'm trusting in my own strength, I will be fearful, because there is no basis for my strength, because the strength that I think I have is not real. It is coming from what I believe to be the ego. I believe the ego is guiding me, and I believe the ego is showing me how to be strong, but it is not. The awareness that there is nothing to fear shows that somewhere in your mind, though not necessarily in a place you recognize as yet, you have remembered God and let His strength take the place of your weakness. So let God's strength take the place of my ego thoughts. Let the strength of God take the place of my ego illusions. Let the strength of God take the place of my fear. And then the instant you're willing to do this, there is indeed nothing to fear. There is a couple of lines from yesterday's lesson that I want to use again today. They're beautiful, and I'm just going to add a little bit to it. That there is a place in you where there is perfect peace, and there is nothing to fear. And there is a place in you where nothing is impossible. And because of that, I do not fear. And there is a place in you where the strength of God abides. And when I link to God's strength, then I know indeed that there is nothing for me to fear ever. And that's it for today. And there's Buster. And I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you practice this often. It's easy. And it is definitely worthwhile, because in this world, the illusion that we are in, there are many, many things that pop up for us that are fearful. So I can look at them today and say, there's nothing to fear there. I have the strength of God. And that's all. So I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please take a deep breath in. And as you release the breath, release every little bit of fear that might be harboring someplace within you. And smile because of that release. And then just pray that all of us together have that recognition. Namaste.